All right, TGS Livestream. Folks, we just went live, so I know some people are going to be trickling in and out. So once again, it's last week. I just wanted to start with some updates from last week. It was really nice to see a lot of families from Packet Pickup. It was great to see certain students. It looked like most of you guys were doing well. So really nice to see you guys last week from Packet Pickup. And like I said, I hope that you guys are doing well during this time. I'm about to share one link with you. Once I figure this out, let me see. Present. All right, so I'm about to share, or I'm about to show you guys the link to the recordings of the live stream and all the announcements that we're about to post. So all you have to do is just remember this one link, and this will show you how to get to all the recorded videos. So if you record this link, Bobby, give me a yeah if you see that. Do you see that by any chance on my screen? Nope. All right, let's try that again. Bam. Oh, no wonder I haven't hit share yet. My bad, guys. Pardon the technical difficulties. Let me actually hit share. Share. All right. So if you now look at this screen right here, it should say bit.ly/TGS Livestream. Can you see that now, Bobby? Yeah. All right. Good. So if you see that, that is the link that has all the announcements we're going to share, along with all the previous announcements from the past month. Okay. So if you need any of those, just go to that bit.ly and it'll have everything else. Sorry, guys, for the technical difficulties. It's been tough. And at the same time, just to give you guys some inside information, this cat has been bothering me every meeting I have. So realize when I'm usually just grabbing something or whichever, or it's due to a reason. It's usually this fella right here. His name is Delbert. He does this all the time. So if you see me nagging at or grabbing something, it's probably him because he's getting my allergies going. So if I also sneeze or anything like that, it's not because I have COVID or anything like that. It's because this little fella does not leave me alone. Okay? So just wanted to forewarn you. He says hi, and I'm going to get rid of him. And right as I get rid of him, he walks right back to me. But it is what it is. All right, so we'll get started with the announcements. Starting off, and I'm sure this is a repeat from previous announcements. Mike DeWine every Monday through Saturday at 2:00 has different press conferences. He's usually on ABC, Fox most often. And I know last week, even though we had a short video, said that there was going to be an important announcement, and then literally a few hours later, he canceled school for the rest of the year. So it's usually there's always some type of announcement coming up. This week, I know that he's talking about how to do the soft open in Ohio in terms of different businesses. I'm not sure what that looks like. I do not have any inside information, so I'm just letting you guys know I don't. And if you guys just want to seek out whichever more information or see what's going to be going on throughout the state, if you look up coronavirus.ohio.gov, usually most of the medical information, news, and stuff like that are on that website. And that's usually the most direct way to get in contact with the state and whatever they come up with everything happening with the pandemic. Outside of that, we also have our food security team. This is also a repeat in terms of announcements, but this need usually doesn't change. So if you are a family that needs any type of food assistance or goods, like in terms of like toilet paper, cleaning supplies, any of that type of stuff with groceries, please let myself or Jeanne Weinberg know. And we're still available. We'll post our emails on the recorded video on that bit.ly, so you will always have access to that. But if that's ever in need, just please send an email to us, or if you cannot send an email, just send any message to your crew leader or anybody in contact, and they will reach out to myself and Jeanne, and we'll do our best to help you guys out. All right, so also I already spoke about packet pickup. It was really nice to see a lot of you guys. And if you weren't able to pick, like if you requested for like schoolwork for the next 3 weeks and weren't able to receive it, then that's perfectly okay. We've already mailed those out as of last week. So if they haven't made it to your residence yet, they should in the next day or two. So just keep that in mind. If you are a student who for whichever reason who needs a computer and have not filled out our survey, I'm also going to post a link to our survey this week, and basically it'll speak about your technology needs, and RJ, myself, and Amy will also get you set up with a Chromebook. So once again, crazy cat, super crazy cat. We're just gonna do this. So if you need that, just I'll post the link to the survey. Please fill that out. And another announcement from Pam. If you haven't received a registration packet, please let your crew leader know as well. If you do have a registration packet, please fill it out and return. And here's why that's important. Going into next semester or next year, this is a way for you to basically reserve a spot with your for school and in our enrollment size. As you guys know, Graham is not big at all, so our enrollment does tend to pack up pretty early. And the last thing I want to do is have any one of our former students be put on a wait list. So even if you're thinking about going to another school next year, if you want to at least even have a backup plan, I would still recommend filling out that registration packet versus doing the registration packet after the fact, because if you are a returning student, the packet is easier to fill out. There's less identifying things that you need to do versus a student that has not been at Graham beforehand. So at least I would definitely recommend at least just doing the packet anyways, so that you have a school that you're enrolled in next year. So please fill that out, mail it right back to us. Our address is 3950 Indianola Avenue, Columbus, Ohio, 43214. So I will also put that in the comments, or I'll put that in our notes. So on that link, you'll be able to see that address, and you'll be able to still fill that out. And if you don't have a registration packet, that's perfectly okay. Just let your crew leader know. They'll bring it to us, and we'll mail out additional registration packets need be. Okay? So crazy part, and I know this is hard to believe, but today is April 27th. The last day of school is May 27th. So believe it or not, I know this seems like a crazy long period of time, but we have 1 month left of school. And I know that sounds absolutely insane. Like, oh my goodness, it's a month left, or oh my goodness, this is going forever and May can't come fast enough. Depending on your perspective, there's only about a month left of school. Now, just to give you guys some updates in terms of how school's operating, we're not going to have the typical May Day that we've historically done for the multitude of years we've had Graham going. So it's going to be a little different. School and classes, like our standard classes that we have, are still going to be going on. So like your biologies, your math bios, your geometries of the world, your histories of the world, econ, still the same. So the expectations of doing your work and staying caught up on that is still there till May 27th. So make sure that you're still catching up on work and asking for help when you need it. But we are also, because we don't want to deprive those who want a May Day experience, we are also offering 2 additional classes, and it is your choice if you want to take them. The positives of taking those courses is that you get an extra half credit. So if this is something you're interested in and wanting to get your credits a little quicker, or get an additional credit in class, then I would definitely recommend taking advantage of that. Right now, the classes that we're offering are health and PE, and the second one is a coronavirus. It's basically a group course on the coronavirus, journaling, and group discussion. So with the health and PE, you get a health or a PE credit. For the coronavirus one, you get either an elective or a social studies credit. And if you have more questions about that, what I'm going to do is I'll also post the sign up. So there's a Google Classroom for the PE and the health, and I'm going to post that on the description of this video on YouTube. And I will also post the remind information for the coronavirus course as well. So if you need, and I know everyone needs a health and PE credit to graduate, so I would definitely recommend taking advantage of that. And I know a lot of people need social studies credits as well. So if you want a social studies credit and you want to get it out of the way, a half credit in that, please by all means sign up for those courses, and that will be at the description. If you can't find it for whatever reason, just email me. I have the codes. And final thing, and this is kind of a question that I'm going to ask Bobby. So I'm about to put you on the spot, but I'm also asking all students to post this on the comment section. What is, or who is one person that you want to shout out? So during this time of quarantine. So it can be anyone, like a schoolmate. It can be a friend. It can be anybody. Who's up? So who's one person you want to shout out during this quarantine period of time? Please post that in the comments when this video posts. And Bobby, since we're putting you on the spot, who would you say is that one person?
Can I say more than one?
Sure.
Well, my husband, because he's still working outside of the home every day, and that's kind of frightening and weird sometimes. But for students, I have a couple of students that are like talking to me all the time and turning in work all the time. And so just to shout them out, Terrell Butler is doing an amazing job. Jeremiah Kuntz is doing an amazing job. Adriana Simmons keeps in touch with me all the time, as does Tyler and Michael, Tyler Addington, Michael Mescola. There's a bunch. And all of the staff at Graham is just wonderful and amazing. And I love when I get to see people on meetings online. That's a lot. There you go.
Gotcha. Cool. Shout out to all you guys as well. So I don't get to see you guys in your classrooms, but that's amazing to hear. And I'm sure that there are many more. Please comment on those. For me, mass shout out to, our staff, because we do have meetings, we do catch up, and a lot of people are doing amazing things in their own domains. So like for me, like I've seen Bobby do amazing work with math. I know Andy Reardon, Shayna have been doing like these daily crew meetings. I always see the econ, like I'm subscribed to like the econ like notifications, and they blow up my email all the time. So shout out to Marty as well, because I get them all the time, and I'm like, oh man, maybe I forgot to do some homework as well. And I mean, like that's getting me. So massive shout outs to those people as well, because those are the ones I see, and I know there's a bunch more that I'm probably forgetting as well. Yeah, like it's nice to see some of those type of things. And on top of that, actually, I forgot to shout out this person. So he's a second shift worker, but I have a roommate. He works as a security supervisor at Mount Carmel and Grove City. So he probably works about like 60 plus hours a week. Definitely like at some point in time, like has put himself at risk of being exposed to corona. So like And now, fortunately, he hasn't come back home with symptoms or anything like that because I probably would be running at that point in time. But he's definitely done a lot with helping people out, like having access to resources. And then at the same time, like whenever I see something, it's like disinformation or something that's not accurate, he's like the first to like correct you and be like, yeah, I don't think that's accurate because here are all the things that I look at. And it helps me out in terms of like knowing what the up to date information is and making sure I'm not like sharing that with you guys. So massive shout out to him. His name is Tom. Maybe someday we'll get him on one of these live streams. We'll work on it. Even though he's out right now, since he works like the near midnight shift. So um, sure there's many more, but I mean, like I said, please comment below on all of those. And even shout out to this cat, even though he annoys the living heck out of me. Sometimes he makes things interesting when it gets a little boring at the household. So, um, yeah, so that's really all I have for this week for you guys. And once again, I'll post all of that stuff on the bit.ly. And once again, if you weren't able to see the bit.ly, I'm about to post it again, present my screen. We're going to do this again, and hopefully it works out a whole lot better than last time. But if you see this part right here that's highlighted, bit.ly/TGS Livestream, that links you up to my school YouTube channel, and it has all of the older posts, previous posts, as well as the information and the stuff that you need in terms of like information you might need or whichever work. But please, 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 please take advantage of that. And I also please as well, like leave any comments or questions on the comment section below because we would love to hear from you as well. So peace and love. Take care. This will be posted real soon, and keep on keeping on.